Today's decision by the IPC that after 4 years NX121 will not be facing any misconduct hearing is welcome, but this has taken far too long. It is unacceptable that an officer who goes out to face danger on behalf of the public has his life put on hold for that period of time, as well as the extraordinary pressure and stress that puts on his family. It's equally unfair for a family that's lost a loved one, such as the Kaba family, to have to wait that long for the conclusion of a case. Today's decision by the IPC that after 4 years NX121 will not be facing any misconduct hearing is welcome, but this has taken far too long. It is unacceptable that an officer who goes out to face danger on behalf of the public has his life put on hold for that period of time, as well as the extraordinary pressure and stress that puts on his family. It's equally unfair for a family that's lost a loved one, such as the Kaba family, to have to wait that long for the conclusion of a case. The professionalism of our firearms officers is extraordinary. We're running 4,000 firearms operations a year in London to protect communities. They do it with such care and professionalism. We're only firing shots on 1 or 2 occasions. By any metric, we're the most careful and professional in the world. The points raised by this case about the broken police accountability system are the tip of an iceberg that don't just affect firearms officers, they affect every officer going out day in and day out to protect the public. It is unacceptable that if you're prepared to run towards danger, confronting the most dangerous and sometimes murderous criminals, doing your job protecting the public, that you should have your life turned upside down for years and years of unacceptable scrutiny in a process that should take weeks, not years. There are perverse consequences of this regime, and let me give you some examples. An officer can face investigation when they are simply pursuing a criminal and the criminal crashes their car, injuring themselves or somebody else. It's crazy that can lead to the investigation for the officer doing the pursuit. An officer who arrests a drug supplier who, unbeknownst to them, has swallowed the drugs to hide them and of course subsequently falls ill, can lead to the officer being investigated. An officer who's arrested somebody suspected of sharing paedophile images, who bails them while inquiries continue examining computers, that officer can be investigated simply because that suspect chose to subsequently, after he'd gone home, take his own life. This and many other examples add together and create a hesitance and a caution in the minds of police officers. Police officers who, I'll be absolutely clear, they'll run towards the most extraordinary dangers, they will put themselves in the most extraordinary physical jeopardy, that they're intimidated and sometimes cautious because of the unreasonable legal jeopardy this system creates. It's for that reason the review, the fundamental end-to-end review of the police misconduct and accountability system that was announced by the Home Office last week is long overdue and very welcome. If that can report speedily and bring some common sense to the accountability of police officers, it can help our fantastic men and women do a better, more confident job day in and day out protecting the communities of London. Thank you. I'm not going to discuss his personal details. We've been supporting on his return to work and he just wants to get on and do his job as a police officer. This process has really shaken firearms officers, and the jeopardy these officers faces is one of the factors that makes it a challenge for us to recruit firearms officers. But the changes that have so far been made to the accountability system, we've started to make progress. They really celebrate that, and if this end-to-end review can improve the system further, that will be very welcome. Regardless of the merits of a case, we can all have sympathy for someone who have lost a loved one in a moment of confrontation with police. I can only have sympathy for them regardless of this case. Last question. I think everybody wants police officers to be confident confronting danger to protect them. We all need that in our most difficult moments. Of course, the system should look at police use of force. It needs to do it speedily and fairly so that officers have confidence to act in a way that sometimes it's reduced. It's a powerful parallel with the effect of a case like the PC Harper case, which has been in the media. That has a chilling effect on the confidence of police officers when they see a justice system that's not prepared to support their bravery.